Are we live, Shanna?
Yes, we are live. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone, for hanging in here with us. And we thank you for joining this virtual conversation, College and Career Readiness for NDSP students. This is an introduction to SchooLinks. Before we get started, we just wanted to make sure that you know that we have a live question and answer event and directly after the session. So if you look at the screen and you see the little box showing, this is what you click to get to the Q&A session, and you'll see two choices featured and my questions at the top. Now, to view all published questions, you should select featured. And if you're using a mobile device, Microsoft Teams may minimize the presentation view so that you have a larger view of the Q&A, and all audience microphones will be muted during this time. All right. And we're going to, let's see, get started. Let's see, send live. And please bear with us. We were having some technical difficulties, so we appreciate you hanging on and hanging in here with us. Now, I'm Dr. Shanna Smalls, and I'm the Education Program Specialist for the non-DoD school program. And I'm stationed at DoDEA's headquarters in Alexandria, Virginia. Today's event is for families with students in grades 6 through 12. And those of you who have been with NDSP for a while know that about 2 years ago, we gave our families access to another college and career readiness tool. However, we, along with DoDEA as a whole, were able to pivot and make the switch to SchooLinks. Now, I won't detail the benefits, but soon you'll hear from a wonderful representative directly from SchooLinks who will acclimate you to the new platform. Now, before we go any further, I would like to introduce you to our division chief and give her the opportunity to say a few words.
Thanks, Dr. Smiles. I'm Kathy Fasan. I'm the Chief of Partnership and Resources Division, and I am just so pleased to be able to join you today to talk about this exciting opportunity for our students that we serve through the non-DoD school program. It's really important to us that students have the continuity and educational experiences that they would if they were in a DoD school or if they were in a public school in the United States, through our program to provide them to have access to tools that help them navigate their next steps after high school. And we serve a number of families in locations. Our numbers keep growing. It's a community of support that we really learn from and appreciate your feedback. So that's all I have, but I'm really excited to hear from Brittany and learn more about SchooLinks. Thanks, Dr.
Thank,
Smalls.
Thank you so much, Kathy. Now, without further ado, we're going to switch to our our person, Miss Brittany. She is actually on the phone, and so we do have slides that you can follow along with her. Thank you so much, Brittany. Are you there?
Yes, yes, I am. I hope everybody can hear me. My name is Brittany Rose, and I am a customer success manager with SchooLinks. I actually was a college counselor before I worked for SchooLinks, and we implemented SchooLinks in my district, and I loved it so much for my counselors and for my students that I decided, hey, I want to go work for that team. And so today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through these slides and just talking about what you will be able to experience in the platform itself. And the really great news is that we've already gotten the NDSP students rostered into the platform. And so you should be able to log in and follow along and learn as we go today. There is a little bit of a lag between what is on the screen and what or like where we are voice-wise and what I'm seeing on the screen. So I'm refreshing my page just to see, I can see, Shanna, if you want to go ahead, Dr. Smalls, I'm sorry, if you want to go ahead and forward.
Shanna is fine. Okay. Is this where you'd like me to be?
Oh, yes. Oh, you can keep going.
Perfect.
So anytime you need assistance, please feel free to reach out to us, and we have a chat function that I will talk about a little bit later that you have access to in the platform. So what we're going to focus on today is really, what does SchooLinks do, and why was SchooLinks purchased? What does it bring to your life? And so as a student, we know that there are certain things that you're kind of in like a cusp right now. Like, you're almost at the top of the mountain, you're getting to the point of being finished with school, and you are going to be exploring careers, and you really want to find a college that, or if you're going to college, that supports your needs. And so what SchooLinks is going to be able to allow you to do is take interest assessments that help to determine, based on your personality, what career is going to match you. And from there, whatever career you choose, what do you need in regard to training in order to get you to that particular career path? And so what students are going to experience is, you're going to complete the onboarding, then you're going to be able to explore careers and explore colleges, and you'll be able to favorite and save these things for later. So we know that you guys are you're kind of on a wide range. Some of you are younger and you may be 6th, 7th grade. Some of you are older and you're like 11th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade, and you're really close to the end. So what I'm going to encourage you today is follow along with us and see all of the things. And what we really want to get across from you is that you don't need to wait for somebody to guide you through this platform. Please feel free to log in and explore the platform anytime you want to. So the way that NDSP students should be able to log in is, if you will go to our website. It is app, like what you would download on your phone, .SchooLinks. And SchooLinks is spelled a little bit differently. It's the word school and then inks, I-N-K-S, like what is in a pen. So SchooLinks.com. And so app.schoollinks.com will get you to our login page. What you will naturally see is there's 2 types of logins. One is for students and staff, and one is for guardians and partners. So you want to stay on the students and staff side and go ahead, and you should be able to select to log in with Google. If that doesn't work for you, and the off chance it doesn't work for you, if you look right past, on the bottom, right past that login with Google button, there is a claim an account button. And when you follow that claim account button, you'll put in your NDSP student ID, and then you will be able to claim your account and set a password for your account. You should be able to use the login with Google button. What will happen from there, and Shannon, you can forward to the getting started and move forward from there.
Okay. There's a slight lag between what they see and what we see, so it should be on the screen.
Not a problem. So the very first time you log into SchooLinks as a student, you are going to have to complete what we call the onboarding process. And I want you to listen right now. If you take your eyes off the screen, just kind of listen. You do not need to complete the onboarding process every time you log in. So the onboarding process is only going to happen the very first time you log in. So take that stressor. Sometimes our kiddos get a little stressed out because they're like, do I have to do this every time? No. But the onboarding process is like dual-sided. So the very first part of the onboarding process is an interest inventory. It's called Find Your Path. And the interest inventory that you're going to take is going to present to you one card. And you're going to read the text of that card and think about it and say, do I like to do this or do I not like to do that? And so you have several options or two options underneath that card. There's a green check mark and a red X. Go ahead and mark which one you agree with. Do you like this? Do you not like this? You also have the ability to take that card, use your mouse, or if you're on a phone or a tablet, you're able to swipe left or right, depending on if you agree. So what you will do is you will read each of these cards and you will swipe right if you don't like it. I mean, if you do like it, and you'll swipe left if you don't like it. And from there, once you complete answering the questions, you're going to get to a page and it's a summary of your personality. And so as I'm sure some of you are into the platform and you're taking this assessment, so I'll talk a little bit about the assessment. So the assessment is based on Carl Jung's personality test, and it's going to give you one of the Myers-Briggs personality types. And so you may get something like inventor. You may get something like helper, and on your summary page. And so I don't know what slide we're on, but results and goal setting. So what the very first slide where it says read personality results, that is your summary page from the Find Your Path assessment. So you get your personality type. So on the screen, it says craftsman. Then you get the personality indicators from your personality type. So some people have enthusiastic, some people have practical. And so you will have your little personality indicators there. Right underneath those little blue indicators, you have to the left your personality behaviors that you might portray. And then to the right of that is a breakdown of all of the top career clusters that match your personality type. And then I'm sure your favorite part is going to be underneath that. And what is happening there is you're going to be able to see celebrities and historical figures that had that same personality type. And so our students really love that. You are able to complete this assessment anytime you want. It is housed in our platform naturally. But this assessment is going to help you do the very next part. So as you can remember, on your summary page, on the right side was your top career cluster. The second part of the onboarding process is going to ask you, it's a very funnel approach. The very first question it asks after the assessment and after your summary is make a choice of which career cluster you are interested in. So your top career clusters from your personality assessment are going to be present there for you first, but you can scroll through and see all of the different career clusters that are available. Once you make a selection of a career cluster, then it will ask you to make a selection of a career path that you are interested in. And the career paths that are presented first are based off of your selection in career cluster. And then if you may have selected the wrong career cluster, you're able to scroll down and see all of the different career pathways that you can select. Once you make a career pathway selection, then it will move you back down to the major training goal. So then it's going to show you all of your options that you could pursue in regard to major or training that help you get to your desired career path. And then once you make all of those selections, you flip back and you get one final overview. And on the left side will be your personality assessment results that you've already seen. And then on the right side, it will show you your career path that you selected and your major training goal that you selected. And then from there, if you flip over one more time and hit the Go to Dashboard button, then you land on your dashboard. So your dashboard is really, really handy. On the left side of your screen, you have several different logos. So you have the home, the apple for school, the check mark for activities, and then so on. This toolbar to the left is how you navigate through the platform. We will get to those in just a second. What is right next to your toolbar is a feed. And that feed is going to show you things that we know that you are interested in. So as you do different things in the platform, like favorite careers or favorite colleges or like scholarships, we are going to start understanding who you are as a person. And we'll be able to show you, hey, you liked this particular school, you might like this particular scholarship, or you may like this video from somebody who is an architect because you selected that your goal is architecture. And so keep watching that feed because we're going to give you things that we think that you like. And if you're getting things in that news feed that you don't like, go and do some searching and favoriting schools and colleges and scholarships and opportunities so that we can learn you a little bit better and give you things that you actually like. To the right of your dashboard, it may look a little bit different right now because we haven't set any tasks for you to complete, I think, at this moment. But to the right of that feed will be a to-do list. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up some things that we want you to complete. We are going to want you to explore careers. We're going to want you to explore colleges. We're going to want you to favorite some scholarships. And so we will assign those tasks for you. And this to-do list should be your driving guide of, oh, what do I need to do in SchooLinks now? Sorry. And you can use that to help you navigate the platform. And what I really love about this to-do list is, on our example on the screen, is to explore careers. And what you'll see is there's a little drop-down arrow next to each of those to-do tasks. And if you click that arrow, it gives you a little detail of what you're supposed to do for that task. And there's a little green button, and it says Go To Feature. And when you select the Go To Feature under Explore Careers, it's going to take you to the career exploration page where you're able to see all of your options for careers. So it makes it really easy, number one, for you to know what you need to do, and number two, to get that task completed. Alrighty. I know there's a little bit of lag, so if you want to guide me a little bit, and I do have the deck I pulled up, and so I'm going to click and see what was next.
Hi, Brittany. It's using the profile to personalize your college search and builds in a resume from your profile and your brag sheet and other things.
Okay. So what we can explore next is, yes, I can see that student profile, beautiful. So at the very top of your SchooLinks page, of your pretty much any page, will be a little circle or an oval, and we'll have your name at the very top. When you click that oval, it will take you to your student profile where you are able to have a virtual resume. That profile page is segmented into different sections. So the very first section is going to be the My Story section, where you're going to see any goals that you've set in the platform. So if you have set your post-secondary goal for future path, your career goal, school goal, and major goal. What I encourage you to do is, because that section also holds the top strengths and achievements, is go ahead and adjust those. Just because you make a goal or just because you list a strength or an achievement now, it's not forever. You're able to change this anytime. But these are often the very first questions in college essays or the topic of college essays, and they're also the very first questions in interviews. So no matter what your goal is after high school, it's going to be important that you kind of know the answer. Like, where do you see yourself? Like, what's your next goal? Or what are some strengths that you have? And as humans, we are not good at knowing the answers to those all of the time. So go ahead and fill that out. Underneath that section, you will have, this slide needs to be updated, but you'll have the ability to answer different questions via video if that's more your style. But then underneath that, you have 3 different sections. You have the experience section, where you're able to edit any volunteer, internship, or job experiences that you had. Then you have the bragging rights section, where you're able to put any awards or accolades that you've received. And then underneath that, you have your academic section, where you're able to know any important information about your education. So some people like to add their GPA, some people like to add that they took honors classes, and so that's there for you to build. And what I really love is on that student profile page, there's one button called the resume button. And anything that you put into experience, bragging rights, or the education section, academic section, when you hit that resume button, you're able to put in your personal information, and you instantly will get a pre-formatted resume just for you. So when you're applying to internships or you're applying to jobs, some colleges even want a resume. As long as you're keeping up that profile, you will naturally have a resume ready to go whenever you need it. So now what we get to do is explore that toolbar that we talked about just a few minutes ago. So on the left side of your screen, that green toolbar, it kind of changes colors depending on where you're at in the platform, but on your dashboard is green, and that's the home or the school icon. Go ahead, I think your favorite part of the platform is going to be under the activities icon. So go ahead and select the icon that has the circle with a check mark. You're going to get a little menu that opens that has things like learning units, assessments. You'll have the game of life, and just a second. Oh my goodness, I lost all my words. You will have game of life, assessments, learning units, and scores and performance meeting. No, that doesn't sound right. Just a second, I'm going to get logged in.
Brittany, is there a particular slide that I should be on?
Oh, this is really great.
Okay,
this is great.
Perfect.
Because what I'm seeing right now is assessments and results.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So under the activities you have, I figured it out. It was my goal. But the next one is assessment. So the assessments, that is where you're able. So remember at the very beginning, when you complete onboarding, you take the Find Your Path assessment. So the Find Your Path assessment, now that you've already taken it, underneath the Start Assessment button, you will have the ability to go and see your previous results. But all of those blue Start Assessment buttons will always be available for you, and you're going to be able to take that assessment whenever you want. So I have a student who uses SchooLinks in her school, and so she has taken Find Your Path several times just to do some career exploration, and she's doing it all by herself, and she's only in the 6th grade. So really great tool to do some exploration. The next assessment that is available to you is another type of interest assessment called Would You Rather. So this one is a little bit different. You can see based on the screen that Would You Rather, instead of presenting you one card, presents you with 2. And we try to present 2 cards that are like each other in about the same fun. And so you are going to select one of those tasks that you would rather do. And then once you get to, once you're complete the Would You Rather, you get career clusters that match your personality type again. So what we see sometimes is your Find Your Path results and your Would You Rather results are a little bit different. And that's because you take the assessments are a little bit different. And so you might have a little bit different result. What I like about that is that you're going to get lots of options for career exploration, because you're going to be able to say, okay, Find Your Path results. These are my top 3 career clusters. What are my top 3 career clusters for Would You Rather? And then you'll be able to explore each one of those pathways. You do have some other assessments that are available to you in the platform. So you have top skills, social emotional learning, learning style, student focus, and discover your campus lifestyle. Each one of these are really awesome assessments. There's a lot, it's really wanting you to determine who you are, help you do that self-exploration. So top skills is another interest assessment. It helps you determine what are your strengths so that you can decide, okay, based on my strengths, where should I go in regard to career? The social emotional learning just helps you understand where you're at as a whole student. So are you good at making friends? Do you feel comfortable in your school? Are you trustworthy? So those things will help you determine, what do I need to work on to develop me as a whole student? Learning style helps you understand how do you learn? Some of us learn through audio, some of us learn through speaking, some of us learn through doing, and so learning style really helps you understand how you learn. And then student focus helps you discover what is going to motivate you after high school. And then discover your campus is really fun. It helps you determine what kind of campus you really want to attend. Do you want a college in a big city? Do you want it in a small town? Do you want a really large campus with thousands, 20,000 students? Or do you need a smaller campus with 6,000 students? So that one's really fun. I really like taking that assessment. It shows the differences in personalities too. Under the activities tab, again, so that's where we found the assessment page, but you'll also be able to find the learning units that we have available. And the learning units are going to help you with college and career topics that you may want to discover. So you might want to talk about, as an 8th grader, how can I get involved with high school? And so we have a Making the Most Out of High School learning unit available for you. It just helps give you ideas of how you can get involved in your campuses to help make high school fun. We also have some learning units on joining the military. We have learning units on how to explore careers. So really great information there. What I think is going to be your absolute favorite thing to do in SchooLinks, and maybe this is a little biased, but under the activities tab, you also have the Game of Life activity, and I think that's the very next slide. The Game of Life allows for you to create different scenarios about your life. So what career do you want? And based on your career goal that you set in the platform, it's going to naturally populate that for you, but you're able to change that at any time. It's also going to say, based on your career goal, the minimum education you have to have is blank. So if you chose accounting and auditing, my eyes are terrible, but if you chose accounting and auditing, their minimum education for that would be a bachelor's degree. And so you're able to select which institution you would like to receive that training. And then underneath that, the next part is it naturally calculates your total cost. Once you enter your career goal, your education goal, and then it will naturally, on the right side, provide a financial outlook for you. So you're going to get a net income that populates for you. And then to the right of that, you're going to get an education investment. So you're going to be able to see how much it would cost you to attend that institution and attain the desired degree that you want. And it even shows you how much, if you borrowed all of that money, how much interest you would pay and how old you would be when you would pay that loan off. And what you're able to do is once you read all that information, on the left side, there is an education savings section where you can edit and say, I know that my parents or I have set aside X amount of dollars for my education. And I plan to work in college, and this is how much I plan to make and put towards my education. And when you start to play with those numbers, what happens on your total education circle is it starts to take away from some of that you borrowed, and you're able to see what a difference any amount of money that you help use to pay for your education in the beginning or even while you're in school will make in your total number of interest expenses. So I highly encourage you, go play with that, go see. And what I like to do as a college counselor for my students was show them what it looks like to borrow their entire total education cost and what just $5,000, maybe it's $1,000 saving, $4,000 earned while you're in college, what the difference it makes in what you end up spending altogether. But what my students really loved, so that was fun for me, what my students really loved was the very last section called lifestyle. In the lifestyle box, you're able to have and build a lifestyle that you want. So you can get married, you can have children, you can buy a lake house, you can get an iPhone 20, which we're going to have to update because now we're already at like iPhone 14. So we're going to have to update that. But you're able to build your lifestyle. And what happens is as you add expenses to your lifestyle, in your financial outlook to the right, it starts adding to your monthly or yearly expenses. And you can see how much lifestyle you can afford with the career that you've chosen. So really great, fun tool. My students loved this. In fact, I had a hard time getting them to focus on career searching after I showed them the game of life. They just loved it. All right, so let's see what is the next. All righty. So, any questions? I don't know that I can see the questions, but Shanna, do you have any questions in there?
No one has posted a question yet.
Okay.
And we'll give them an opportunity at the end if they don't have one right now.
Okay. Hold for me, please. because I think it's going to go to, I kind of merged our two presentations together because I know we'll train our counselors later. So what I would like what I'll continue to do is I'll kind of talk, if you'll go back to maybe just the slide that shows the navigation toolbar, which was slide number 26.
Sure, I will go back. That is showing as the login demo for me. You said 26?
Yes.
Yeah, it actually skips from 24 to 27 on mine.
Okay, just a second. And maybe that will get any of our listeners who have any questions some time to answer those.
Yes. The Q&A box is open, so you can enter your questions at any time. All right, I think we're at the toolbar, Brittany.
Okay. So on that toolbar, what I want you to do is look down from the activities section, and you have some other options. What we will talk about first is the careers. It's the little briefcase. That is a section where you're going to be able to go in and do any of that career research. So from the toolbar, select the careers icon and go into the careers page, the career center. And so what you'll see, and I'll describe it with my words, but the Career Center, the very first page that you land on, is kind of like an overview. It's going to show you some generic information, but what I really want you to toggle to or select is the Career Clusters page icon. And that icon looks like, I know this is going to sound so silly to my students who are still in like chemistry, but to me, it looks like the neutron models that you have to put together in chemistry. It's a little circle and has some prongs. That icon, called the clusters icon, is going to bring you to the career search page, or the career clusters page. What you're going to see on that page is 16, which we will be moving to 17 very soon because the Department of Education has added a 17th one for energy. But what you're going to see is all of the 16 career clusters listed out for you. And what I want you to take note of, if you are a military interested student, if your goal is to join the military, at the very top, right next to the career clusters button, there's like a military icon, a military medal, and a toggle button. Turn that military toggle button on if you are interested in the military, and what will happen is the career clusters page adjusts and shows you which career clusters you could pursue in the military. And the trick here, and what I didn't know, even as probably an 18-year-old, is that all of the career clusters can be pursued in the military. But, and I'm going to move on, I'm going to talk about both of them at the same time. What I want you to do is select any career cluster that you're interested in. And when you have that military toggle button turned on, then you will see any career pathway within that career cluster that you could pursue in the military. If you don't have the military button turned on, you will see all of the career pathways in the world that you could pursue in that career cluster. And so the way I like to approach career searching is it's kind of like what we had to do in the very beginning in the onboarding process. We start really wide, dream really big, and then we kind of minimize the options from there. Don't negate any, don't take out any of your options, and then say, based on my personality, these are where I think I would fall in the career cluster. And the reason for that, and I always give this as an example, I did it as a counselor and I do this in my current job. Everybody in my entire life was like, Brittany, you should be a teacher. You should be a teacher. And so I knew that I fell under the education cluster. But what I didn't know was that I am a little type A, and teachers can't be too much type A because you guys, as students, are a little wild and touchy. And y'all throw all kinds of curves at us all the time, which is fun. But as a type A person, that was anxiety provoking for me. And so I was in the right cluster. I love students who are being taught. I love to teach new things. I love to help people in transition. And so the key there was I belonged in education, but maybe not as a classroom teacher. Well, really not as a classroom teacher. And so that's why I want you to start really wide, start in that career clusters page, see all of your options before you really make like a final choice. Because sometimes you're in the right cluster, you have the right content, but you're just not in the right box. So on the career clusters page, you can click any of the career clusters to see all of the career pathways. When you see the career pathways, you're able to click those boxes and it takes you to the career information page that breaks down for you the qualities of your personality that you would need or the skills you would need to obtain this career. You can see the potential earnings for that career. You can watch a day in the life video of these careers. And what I really, really like is when you access the career pathway with your military button turned on, instead of seeing the world view of this career pathway, you can see a very specific military view. And you can see which type of career you could have in the military. You can see which skills are most important for you to score higher in on your ASVAB. So I just love that you have the ability to kind of compare civilian career or military career. Really great information in this education. And what I want you to encourage you most with is do not be afraid to click anything in the platform. You cannot break it. I have tried. I have always been unsuccessful. So click away, explore away, find those careers. And anytime you see the heart symbol in our platform, whether it's on a career, whether it's on a scholarship, that heart means you are adding that to your list of favorites. So feel free to add as many favorites as you want. We want you to explore in the platform. Underneath, we're going to switch sections. Underneath the career, on the toolbar, above the career icon is the colleges icon. So if you're a little bit older and you're a little bit more ready to search for colleges, go to the colleges icon at the top, above careers, and select the school search icon. And the school search icon is going to bring you through and show you all of your college options. Now, I have a little caveat there. We are currently very United States based. We have a little bit of coverage in Puerto Rico. I would say probably we're at 75% in Puerto Rico. And so what I need you to know, we are actively working on building out our international school list. And so you will see us adding probably monthly, lots of different international schools. But what I want to encourage you to do is at the very bottom, always to the bottom right corner of your screen, there's a little green circle with a white box that has a smiley face in it. That is our chat function. Now I have a little warning. If you are 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th, You won't be able to get past our robots. But if you are 11th and 12th grade, you will. So what I encourage is if you find a school that you are really interested in and we don't have it in the platform, go to the chat and let us know. For my older students, just you'll be able to chat. For my younger students, let a counselor know, let your parent know, and they can comment in. And then if that doesn't work, if you don't have one of those, if you have an NDSP resource, reach out to them, and then we can get that to Dr. Smalls, and then she can get that to me, and we can start building those schools out for you. But go ahead and explore colleges anytime you want. So explore careers, explore colleges, and I feel like we're short on time. Dr. Smalls, is it in 11 or 11:15?
We have it scheduled to end at 11, but we did build out a little bit of extra time. We have a question. Yes, we have a question if you're ready to take that.
I am, sure.
Okay. The parent said, I went to the SchooLinks website. The parent guardian account doesn't have any of the information or features presented today. Student account setups requires a student email address that the school district has set up. Does NDSP act as my child's school district? If so, how do I obtain the email address for my student or otherwise gain access to SchooLinks? I'll answer the second part of the question. The student Gmail account information, once the accounts are created, they should automatically be sent to the parent email address that we have on file in the NDSP system. So if your email address isn't correct, you can go in our system and update it, and you will get that information. I'll be sending out information in the newsletter as well as some other emails in the coming days to let everyone know how to claim their Gmail accounts if they already have it, especially for our new NDSP families. Brittany.
Okay. Can you ask the first part of the question for me again?
Oh, yes. It just said that the parent and guardian account doesn't have any of the information or features presented today.
Oh, yes, for sure. So, and it's going to vary a little bit. So we love that you guys are a little bit different in your nature than a typical school district. And so if you're a parent of a student who attends an international school, you will have the ability to have a regular parent account, and we'll teach you guys how to create those. If your student is a homeschool student, your parent account is going to be created by us at SchooLinks, and we are working actively with your, and actually I had a couple emails come across today with the IT team to get you guys accounts created. And we are including you in the counselor training for the homeschool parent so that we can go through the account together. So parent accounts will look a little bit differently depending on how your student attends schooling. And then if you want to, everybody is able to create a guardian or parent account if you wanted to, and you can explore that. Again, you can't break it. So feel free, go explore. If you have any questions as a parent or a guardian or a partner, you can always have access to the chat. So we also have help articles available for you guys to explore as well. Did the students have trouble accessing the accounts? I think I would like some clarity there.
I'm not sure. It just says the parent and guardian. So it just says the student account setup requires a student email address. And so that's why I went into the explanation about the student Gmail accounts that are created through NDSP for them. But like I said, we'll be sending out more information in the coming days about claiming your Gmail account. Some of you had Gmail accounts when we had our former college and career readiness resource, Choices 360, and that Gmail account is the exact same for students who have been in the program. But for the newer students, those are the ones that we create new accounts for on I think, a weekly basis. All right, are there any more questions? I don't see any more in the box.
So one little caveat there that I wanna express is once you have your parent account set up, you're able to explore careers in colleges the same way students can. So feel free to do that. So some parents do that for them. Some parents want to do that for their kiddos. And so you have access to the same features of searching for colleges and searching for careers. And then one icon we didn't talk about was finances, and that is where the scholarship search is housed. So all of those college and career tools are housed in SchooLinks.
That's wonderful, Brittany. Thank you for making that distinction for us.
No worries. I want you guys all to know, like, we're here to support you. This is not our ideal mode of presentation, but I think we did okay for today with all of our little technical difficulties that we've had, and we do really appreciate the attendance of parents and students. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. One of the things I liked most about being a SchooLinks user was that it wasn't like you guys sign up as a district and then you never hear from us again. And so they're really supportive of students and staff members using the platform.
Correct. And I want to add on to that. If you have attended this presentation and you find that you have additional questions after you think about it, or you play around in SchooLinks, or attempt to log in, you can send your questions to the NDSP management box, but please make sure that in your subject line to put SchooLinks so that it'll be sent to the appropriate person to respond. So make sure, like I said, you could send it to the NDSP management box, but make sure for your subject you put SchooLinks in the subject line. All right, it doesn't appear that we have any more questions, Brittany. And I think that, like you said, you did a fabulous job, even with our technical issues. We appreciate everyone's participation. We appreciate you, Brittany, who's here on behalf of SchooLinks, because of course you explain your platform even better than I would be able to, because you're the expert and I am not. So we appreciate you being here. We will have some events that are more specified for our home study parents coming up. So those announcements will be coming out. And we have some other things that we'll do to get everyone acclimated to SchooLinks. So we definitely appreciate your participation, and we look forward to assisting you with using this new great platform. I'm excited about it. I hope that everyone else is as well. All right. So if there are no more questions, we're going to go ahead and end the live event. And I don't see anything in the box, so I am going to end the live event.
All right. Thank you. You have a great day.
Okay. All right. Brittany, are you still there?